Right? Hindi na kayo? Yan na. Sige, let's continue yung discussion natin. Okay, so move tayo sa pharmacodynamics. Okay, so when I talk about pharmacodynamics, so again, sabi din sa notes, pharmacodynamics refers to the branch of pharmacology concerned with the effects ng drugs and their mechanism of action. So nasabi na natin kanina that when we talk about pharmacodynamics, so pinag-usapan natin dito kung ano yung ginagawa ng drug sa body natin and how does the drug do it. Okay, so let's just tackle some terms here. Okay, so like unang-una dito sa notes natin is yung potency. So when we talk about potency, so according to our notes, so it refers to the dosage of a drug needed to produce an effect. Okay, so when we talk about potency, how much yung dose ng drug kailangan para mag-create ng effect. So this potency. If the drug needs lesser dose to create an effect, it means the drug is very potent. Okay, like for example, let's say you have two drugs. Let's say drug A has a dose, kunyari, of 50 milligrams. Ano to? Let's say, ang drug natin is an analgesic drug. Tapos may drug B tayo, to create an effect, it needs 250 milligrams. So we can say that drug A is potent, more potent than drug B. Yan. So again, if the drug needs lesser dose to create an effect, it means that drug is more potent to the other drug. And notice, in potency, we're just talking about the dose. Okay? To create an effect. I'm not talking about the effect of the drug. Okay? I'm not talking about, let's say, I have two analgesic drugs here. We're not talking about here how efficient the drug is when it comes to controlling the pain. I'm not talking about that. So I'm talking here about the dose. Okay, in my notes, an example ko dito is fentanyl. So sabi dito sa notes, fentanyl daw is more potent than morphine. So it means that fentanyl obviously needs lesser dose to create an effect. Okay? Baba tayo sa efficacy to further understand ito. Efficacy refers to the actual effect of the drug. Okay, the higher the efficacy of a drug, the more efficacious the drug is. Ibig sabihin, the more effective yung drug, the more na mas malakas, no? Stronger yung effect ng drug. Okay. In my example, tingnan nyo. Fentanyl pa rin and morphine yung kino-compare. Fentanyl is less efficacious than morphine. These two drugs pala, baka hindi kayo aware, they are classified as narcotic analgesics. Baka lang di familiar ba? So again, they are classified as narcotic analgesics. So again, fentanyl is less efficacious than morphine. So ibig sabihin, sino yung mas magaling mag-control ng pain? When you say analgesics, nagko-control ng pain yan eh. So which controls pain better? So morphine or fentanyl? Sino mas magaling mag-control ng pain? In reference to the statement, okay, morphine. So again, so mas mataas yung efficacy ng morphine kaysa kay fentanyl. But again, sino yung more potent? Sino yung more potent? Sabi natin ganun, more potent si fentanyl. So ibig sabihin, a drug can be potent but it is less efficacious in comparison to another drug. Okay. So paano nangyari yun, Doc? Okay, kasi alam natin that when we increase the dose, tataas din yung effect ng drug. Tama po ba? Tama? When we increase the dose, the effect of the drug will increase, obviously. But sinasabi dito sa notes natin, baba tayo doon sa state na second bullet. Increasing the dose will increase the effect until maximal effect is reached. So yes, mag-increase yung dose, mag-increase din yung effect ng drug, correct yun. But may limitation yun until the maximal effect is reached. So, at to easily understand ito, so I'll present a curve. When I say curve, doc, there's an x and y axis. It's like a graph. Na may x and y axis. So we call this as a curve. So in a curve, okay, so we have an x-axis which refers to the dose. Then we have the y-axis which refers to the effect of the drug. Okay, ito yung 0 point natin. As we go to the x-axis, ibig sabihin nito, tumataas yung dose. As we go to the x-axis, tataas yung dose. As we go to the y-axis, tataas yung effect. So, kunyari, 0, 1, ano ka lang arbitrary lang to Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Okay. So, let's compare fentanyl and morphine. Okay, ganito po yung itsura nito sa curve. So, ganito po yung itsura ni fentanyl. Ganito po yung itsura ng morphine. Okay, let's interpret ito. Anong sinasabi nito? So, look at fentanyl. In fentanyl, at dose 4, again, this is accurate, so this is arbitrary. So, in dose 4, okay, lumitaw na yung effect ng fentanyl. Fentanyl has already an effect. Okay? So, at dose 4, fentanyl has an effect already, while if we will compare to morphine, morphine needs more dose to create an effect. Therefore, fentanyl is more potent than morphine. Naintindihan po? Because fentanyl needs lesser dose to create an effect. Okay. But as we increase the dose, effect will also increase. That is true. Okay, look at fentanyl. As we add more dose at dose 5, dose 6, yung effect niya nag-increase. Tama? We can see here's a curve. But try to notice, pagdating natin sa 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, dose increased, but the effect remained the same. Gets? We call this area, we call this point as the maximal effect of the drug. Again, what is the maximal effect of the drug? Ano sabi sa notes? According to our notes, the maximal effect refers to the maximum effect of a drug where no effect is added even though drug dose is increased. The effect of the drug has limitations. Okay? Yes, as we increase the dose, the effect will increase, but only until, okay, it will only increase until the maximal effect is reached. When you reach that point, even though you increase the dose, no effect is added. Look at morphine. Okay, morphine, it needs more dose to create an effect. But once we reach that dose to create an effect, we increase the dose, the effect will increase. And it will surpass the maximal effect of fentanyl. Therefore, morphine has higher efficacy in comparison with fentanyl. Can you follow me? Can you follow me? So potency and efficacy are different from each other. So again, basically, potency refers to the dose needed to create an effect. Efficacy talks about the maximal effect of the drug. Okay, efficacy talks about again the maximal effect of the drug. So which drug has higher maximal effect? Yun yung pinag-uusapan or yun yung dinidiscuss with efficacy. Okay, I hope you can follow. So ulitin ko, a drug can be potent, but a drug can be more potent in comparison to another drug, but it is also less efficacious compared to the same drug. So that's why, again, Like itong fentanyl. So, potent siya, but it is less efficacious than morphine. Next, another term for maximal effect is the ceiling effect. So, baka lang tanong gamitin yung terms. Another term for the maximal effect is the ceiling effect. Yes, they're the same. So, maximal effect and ceiling effect, they're just the same. Next, guys, remember. So, we have a question here. Does doubling the dose doubles the effect of the drug? Yes or no? Yes or no? If you double the dose, necessary ba na magdo-double yung effect? Based dito? Hindi. Okay? Hindi. The answer is no. So, hindi porke dinoble mo yung dose, magdo-double din yung effect. Hindi siya linear. Gets? When you say linear, hindi siya ganyan. Na pag dinoble mo to, magdo-double din yung effect. Okay? Hindi siya linear. Okay? Kaya mapapasin yung curve natin dito is, ano siya, para pa letter S. Okay? Next, therapeutic index. Right. The therapeutic index is a ratio that measures the relative safety of a drug. Okay, we have two formulas. TI is equal to LD50 or TI for the therapeutic index, LD50 over ED50, or it can be therapeutic index is equal to the TD50 over ED50. Okay. So, yung TI na LD50, may tanong. Dok, ano pa tawag kung hindi? Hindi naman daw. Bali, kung hindi siya linear, non-linear siya. Okay? Kasi tatanong na Dok, kung hindi daw siya linear, ano daw tawag? Non-linear siya. Ibig sabihin ko, Dok, ibig sabihin ko, hindi siya, pag hindi siya linear, ano explain? Ano ba ibang salita? Ano ba ibang translation doon? Hindi siya linear. Kasi pag sinabing linear, Dok, bali para siyang, in term kasi na, I'm not sure if there's a different term, baka hindi ko lang alam sabihin eh. What do you call this? Sa mathematics, another term nun is not a function eh, but maganda tayo. Bali, so, ano ba? Meron akong gusto sabihin, meron tama, meron akong gusto sabihin na term. I think it's easier to understand. But parang siya ganito, Doc. So when you say linear, pag linear yung scale mo, okay. So let's say ito linear siya kunyari. At those two, the effect is 2. Okay? When I double the dose, yung effect, Doc, magdo-double din kunyari. Ay pa yan siya. So magiging 4 yung dose, magiging 4 din yung effect. Ito linear siya. Okay, kasi kaya siya tawag na linear kasi pag tinignan mo to sa curve, para siyang linya. Okay? Ito, Doc, non-linear siya kasi nagko-curve siyang pa ganun eh. Okay? So hindi aligned yung addition ng dose dun sa addition ng effect. So hindi laging same yung bali sa Tagalog, hindi same yung nadadagdag na effect sa dinadagdag mo na dose. Okay? So kumbaga hindi porke kunyari 50 milligrams, let's say at 50 milligrams, we have an effect of 2. Hindi porke ginawa mo 100 milligrams yon, magiging effect of 4 siya. Gets? So 50 milligrams, ang effect mo yung 2, ginawa mo siyang 100, pwedeng ang effect niya is 3. So, hindi siya linear na nagdo-double. Or similar lagi yung addition nung effect with the increasing dose. Non-linear nga, sabi Doc, nag-search pa ako, non-linear lang. Non-linear siya, so hindi siya kasi siya non-linear, hindi siya linya eh. So, pag tinignan mo siya sa graph, hindi siya straight line. Gets? Kasi non-linear, hindi siya linya. So, kumo-curve siya. Okay? Tsaka, may tanong dito, Doc, is it absolute that if a drug is more potent, it is less efficacious? Hindi, Doc, hindi. May mga drugs na potent sila and efficacious din. Okay? So I just cite an example that kasi it's easier to understand sa ganitong example na magkabaliktad. Okay? I cited an example lang na potency and efficacy are different from each other. Na there can be a drug that is potent pero hindi siya efficacious. Gets? Okay, but it can be that a drug is potent and efficacious. Gusto natin yun, tama? Low dose lang siya, tapos efficacious siya. A good example is yung mga COX-2 inhibitors. COX-2 inhibitors. Arcox siya, etoricoxib. If nakainom na kayo niyan, ang dose lang niyan, pinagpipilian mo 30, 60, 90 milligrams, 120 milligrams. Okay? Kumpara mo sa mefenamic acid na binibigay natin, 250 milligrams at saka 500 milligrams. Napakalit lang ng dose nito, Dok. Ito pa, yung 90 milligrams na to, Dok, pag binibigay ko sa patient yan, once daily lang yan. 90, isang araw lang ha, buong 24 hours na yon. 90 lang. But if you will compare it sa every 8 hours na 500 milligrams sa mefenamic acid, walang laban to, Dok. Okay? This is very potent and very efficacious siya. Gets? Naintindihan po? So may mga drugs na very potent and efficacious sila. Can you understand? Okay, another good example, clindamycin. Okay, ang clindamycin, 150 milligrams lang yan. Ang amoxicillin, 500 pag binibigay natin sa pasyente. Pero kumpara mo yung galing nito tsaka galing nito, malakas yung clinda. At potent din siya. So, it can happen. Again, the same thing with fentanyl morphine, it can happen. Okay. Next. So, let's go back to therapeutic index. So again, therapeutic index, okay, again, we have two formulas. So TI is equal to LD50 over ED50. This is used sa animals. Yung TI is equal to TD50 over ED50. Ito yung ginagamit sa humans. Explain natin ito. Okay, ito. So, di ba kayo nagtataka bakit ang paracetamol, 500 mg siya, Smesel, mefenamic acid, ganun din. Yung Arcoxa, nasa 30, 60, 90, 120. Yung ibang mga antihistamines, merong 10 mg, may mga 2 mg, so etc. So bakit may variation, no, sa mga doses? Okay, dumadaan yun sa researches. Okay, so these drugs, before they are sold in the market, they undergo researches, testings, started sa animals first, then eventually trials will be done sa humans. Okay. And this, bawa tayo sa notes, this must be determined by the researchers. So the researchers must determine the LD50, which is the median lethal dose. Median lethal dose refers to the dose that will kill 50% of the population. So again, the median lethal dose is the dose that will kill 50% of the population. Parang estimate yan. Next, median effective dose is the dose effective in the 50% of the population. That's the ED50. Pangalawang bullet, the second bullet in the notes. While the TD50 is the dose that is toxic in the 50% of the population. Okay, let's say for instance, Doc, so I'll just draw a curve again, X and Y axis. X is dose, Y axis is population. Okay, so 0, lagyan natin ng scale 10, or 0, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Okay. So, ito. Let's say I discovered the drug. Si Doc Mix. Naka-discover ako ng drug. Papangalan ko siyang drug A. Okay. So, si drug A, I know it has, let's say, analgesic properties. So, it means it is used to control pain. So, analgesic properties. Okay. So, the question in my mind, how many milligrams of drug A should I use for my patients? Okay, so how much yung ibebenta ko? Okay. So, initially, this drug will be tested sa animals. So, meron ako ngayong 100 animals. Say kayo. Okay, kayo yung mga hayop. Okay. So, kayo yung 100 kong hayop. Yan eh. And sakto tayo, 100 tayo rito ngayon. No? Okay. So, kayo 100 hayop. Kaya yan. So, sa inyo ko ito-test yung drug A. So, initially, alam niyo yung ginagawa dyan. I'm sure if you're aware how research. Have you done experimental researches? Undergrad nyo? Or puro survey lang ginawa nyo? Like animal testings? Ano pa survey lang kayo? Na undergrad kasi ako animals, ano ko eh. Ayoko na nga ulitin eh. Kawawa yung animal. Eh, kaya ako na-share ko ba sa inyo? So, when I was an undergrad, we did bone graft procedures sa daga. You know? So, nag-bone grafting kami sa bubunutan mo yung daga. So, extract the tooth of the rat. I even have ako dito pa yata sa akin. Hanapin natin. Ubus pala oras natin. Mamaya, hanapin mo mamaya. So, bubunutan mo yung daga. Extract the molars. These are not the rats na maliliit. Malaki to. 300 pounds or more na rat. You call them Spraguedolly rats. Yung puti hindi nahuhuli sa kanal yung kulay white ng daga. Okay? So, you call it Spraguedolly rats. Initially, ano mo yan, mabibili mo siya maliliit, palalaki mo muna siya, ibibreed mo. Kaya 1 year namin tong ni-research eh. So, palalaki mo muna siya. Okay. Kasi bibreed mo siya. Okay, tapos, pag malaki na sila, tsaka mo nila siya isasubject. Tapos, pinapakain mo yon yung food na binibigay mo, nakatakal. Kasi dapat yung timbang nila halos the same eh. Siyempre, para maiwasan yung bias. So, yung pagkain nila same. Pag payat tong isa, dadagdagan mo yung kinakain niya. So, parang ganun siya. Then again, after extraction, the bone graft material that we use, as actually kami rin yung nag-process, it's actually a calcium carbonate from a white marble in Romblon. Kinuha pa namin sa Romblon yung bato. Tapos, extract mo yung calcium carbonate doon. Then, you use that as a bone graft material. Tapos, tatahiin mo yung sakit. Tapos, yung isang side yon yung kabilang side, bubunutin mo lang. Wala kayong lalagay. Then, you'll use that rat. Okay, so, papatay mo siya. Kakatin mo yung ulo. Pupugutan mo yung dok. Pugutan mo siya ng ulo. Then, bababad mo sa formalin. Then, you'll check the control, yung walang graft material, and yung experimental side. Okay? If there's an improvement sa bone repair, or if there's an effect yung calcium carbonate na nilagay mo dun sa sakit in comparison dun sa control. Mas may ilang days yun, parang 7, 14, and 30 days yun. So, compare mo yung dalawang sakit niya. So, ganun siya. Kawawa yung pag pinapatay. Kasi papatulogin mo, tapos gugupitin mo yung ulo, tapos syempre makakat yung major vessels. So, ita mo sobrang magbableed. Kawawa. Anyway, so ganun din dito. 100 na daga, hindi. Hindi naman gamot yung tinetest namin eh. So, sa gamot, kailangan 100 animals. Bali, ang daga namin na nasa 30, 25, mga ganun lang. 30, 25. Naka-GA, social yun, naka-GA. May recovery room pa yun. I-general anesthesia mo bago bunutan. Tapos after may recovery room na, kailangan niya mag-survive eh. May mga namatay along the way kasi na-stress yung katawan after the extraction. Kaya mababawasan yung sample size mo. So magre-recompute yung standard deviation, tsaka yung may tawag dito, mare-recompute siya. Okay? Kasi nga pag namabawasan ka ng samples, kasi mga namamatay talaga. Nai-stress sila. Okay, anyway. Doon papatay mo rin naman, but ibig sabihin ko, yung after GA, hindi na nakaka-recover. May ganun. Okay, balik tayo dito. So, assuming I have this drug A, analgesic properties, meron siya. So, gagamitin ko siya sa animal. Siyempre, kailangan may masakit sa animal ko. Kasi ang gagawin ko, bubunutan ko ng ngipin. Okay? Kasi dentistry eh. So, bubunutan ko sila ng ngipin. Then, after bunutan, I'll measure the stress hormone sa katawan. So, kailangan meron kang mini-measure na ano eh, na surrogate. Kasi, hindi mo naman natatanong yung daga eh, gano'ng kasakit. So, you need a surrogate, a substitute. Okay, para ma-measure yung pain ng daga, which is indirect siya. So, kaya stress hormones yung mini-measure mo. So, pre-operative, so bago bunutan, i-measure mo yan. After bunutan, i-measure mo yan. Okay? Tapos, you'll give this drug. You will give this drug. Okay? So, pag binigay mo yung drug, i-measure mo ngayon yung stress hormones. Bumababa after ibigay yung drug or hindi? Gets? So, pag hindi, baka kulang sa dose. Kaya yan. So, parang ganun siya. So, again, kaya mahabang research ito. Okay, assuming ito yung nangyari. Ito yung findings ni Doc Mix. At 10 milligrams, napansin ko, merong isa. Okay, out of 100 na daga, merong isa na bumagsak yung stress hormones. Yung 99, hindi. Ibig sabihin, that 10 milligrams, is it effective? Is it effective? No. It's not effective. It's not effective. I mean, ibebenta ko ba to sa market kung alam kong out of 100%, 1% lang yung makikinabang dun sa drug. Gets? Hindi ko siya ibebenta. Walang bibili nito. Tama? Hindi ka bibili niyan. Sa 100 tao, isa lang yung nakikinabang. So, walang kwenta yung gamot. Okay? So, that's why, again, as a researcher, what will I do? I need to increase the dose. Increasing the dose will increase the effect of the drug. Tama? Until the maximal effect is reached. Okay. So, assuming in-increase ko to up to 100 milligrams. Okay. Tapos nakita ko na 50%, I saw that 50% of the population significantly nag-reduce yung stress hormones nila. Ibig sabihin, my drug became effective at 100 milligrams na mark. Again, 50% ng population nagkaroon ng effect ng drug. We call this as the ED50. So the ED50 is the dose that has an effect in the 50% of the population. Usually, Doc, ito pong dose na po na ito yung binibenta sa market. Okay? Usually, ito po yung dose na binibenta sa market, itong ED50 na to. Okay? But syempre, yung other, sabi, Doc, paano yung kalahati, yung other 50? Yung other 50%, Doc, meron ng effect sa kanila yun. Pero, makikita mo na yung solid effect ng drug nandito sa group na to. Okay? Pero yung other 50, meron na, the drug has an effect already, but in comparison with this group, lesser yung effect na nare-receive ng kabila. Okay. Kaya nga, I'm not sure if napansin niyo yan sa memes. Minsan nakalagay dyan, take 1 to 2 tab. Nakakita na kayo ng ganon? Nakita na kayo ng ganon? 1 to 2? Kasi baka yung kalahati, hindi siya pasok dito eh. Nandito siya. Gets po? Kaya sometimes you can find it 1 to 2 tabs. Anyway. So, the goal of the researcher is to get the dose that will have an effect in the 50% ng population. But also, siyempre, gusto niya rin malaman yung dose na may effect sa 100%. Assuming, tinuloy ng researcher, tinuloy ko yung experiment ko, and I found out that at 200 milligrams, there will be an effect sa 100% ng population. Yung solid na talaga yung effect nito sa lahat. Problema, doon sa kalahati, sobra-sobra na effect. So ibebenta ko to, Doc, sa dose ng ED50. And I'll just write there sa memes na 1 to 2 tabs. Okay, so parang ganun siya. Kung hindi so effective yung isa, hindi dumalawa ka, okay, kumita pa ako. Siyempre, business din po ito eh. Okay. Next. Aside from ED50, the goal of the researcher is to look for the dose dun sa hayop to, no? Na papatay sa half na population. The dose that will kill half of the sampling. And to know that dose, syempre, I have to increase the dose. I need to overdose the animals. Okay? And assuming, pagdating ko dito, mga 5,000 mark, may isang namatay, may isang animal na namatay. Okay? And 10,000, assuming 10,000, dun po namatay yung half ng population. We call this as the LD50. Okay? So we call this as the LD50. Okay, ibig sabihin, this is the dose that will kill half of the population. Now, we have the LD50 and ED50. We can already compute for the therapeutic index. Again, what's the therapeutic index sa animals? LD50 divided by ED50. If my respondents are animals, ito yung mangyari. So, or yung pasyente ko, hayop, 10,000 substitute divided by 100, ilan to? Cancel. So, cancel to. So, ilan? So, the answer will be 100. Tama? Okay. So, ibig sabihin nito, Doc, PI is equivalent to 100. Ang ibig sabihin po nito,